Hey, my name's James Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I've got some really interesting data on flats. They're not selling, especially in London. When they do sell, they're actually 1 in 4 of them are selling below what they paid for them. That's not great. And so in this video, we're going to discuss why is this happening? Is it down to leaseholds? Is it down to landlords quitting? Is it down to a mixture of lots of things? And is this likely to continue? Because historically, flats have been where people start out, whether they're first-time buyers or landlords. They have been traditionally very popular, but that seems to have changed according to this data. So in this video, we're going to talk about all of that and much, much more. And before we jump into this, do make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. We're on the way to 50,000 subscribers. Have a look around this video. You'll see how close it is. Let's get there this week if we can. And by subscribing, you'll get all the latest house price news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much, much more. Let's get some views on this video as well. Your part's simple. All you need to do is smash like, tick or like, do something to that like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that's really helped the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that does that. So who are we talking about here? Hamptons, big estate agent at the higher end. They've been looking at the data. We've also a site called Property Data, which is a good site if you're a landlord. It helps you find deals and stuff like that. Go and check them out while you're here. So let's have a look at this. So Hamptons are saying that 25% of properties sold in London in the last year, flats, sorry, 25% of flats sold at a loss. That is crazy when you think about it. So why is that? Well, a lot of these I would suspect were bought as new build properties. You see, new builds are always massively overinflated in price, and I just would never buy a new build property. You get some people that make some money off plan, but it's like a new car. No one wants to be the second buyer of that property. It's lovely when you first move in there, and if you're buying it to live in for a long period of time, then maybe it's a good investment. But I also just don't find the quality that good with new builds. Even with decent builders, they're just so flimsy. You can hear people walking above you or below you or talking in the next flat. That really puts me off. I like old traditional buildings that are solid, and that's what I prefer. And it looks like that's what a lot of people are looking for in the market now. And so there are 6 million flats in the UK currently. And in London, it's just not a good investment at this time. Now, why is this? Well, let's have a look at where house prices and flat prices were in 2015 to start. So in 2015, the average price of a flat in the UK was £161,000. And a house back then was £218,000. So the difference there is 57 grand. So that's where we were. Where are we at in 2025? So with flats in 2025, they have gone up, but it hasn't gone up as much as you might think. So flats, the average price now is £191,000. So what about houses? House prices have gone up quite a lot, £321,000. So the gap here has ballooned to 130k. So that shows that houses have been going up at a rapid rate, and that's not really great for people that are investing in flats. Now, flats, they often overbuild. There's lots of big projects going on in London, and so that means that there's lots of options. So what other reasons are Hamptons saying is hitting the flat market at the moment? Well, one of the big problems that we've got is their leasehold. So you've got things like service charge. That isn't something that people are particularly interested in. There's a property that's been on Rightmove, you can see it yourself. If you look on Rightmove in Hastings and search for the cheapest property, there's a flat there that's peanuts. It's a sea view flat, but I might be wrong. You can correct me if I am. I think the service charge is £1,000 a month there. It's something crazy. It's more than 800 quid per month. That's because the building has got major structural problems. And so all the flats in there are paying this huge sum in order to get the property fixed. It's a huge amount, and it means that the person that owns it just can't sell it. They're paying nearly 12 grand a year in service charge. If you rented that out in Hastings, you'd get about 800 quid in rent. So you'd be losing money, plus you've got a mortgage on top of that. Just wouldn't work. So as buy-to-let, it's useless. So it's interesting to see that sort of stuff. But service charges was meant to be fixed in the Leasehold Reform Act. That passed as law. Then nothing's happened with it. Constantly, every week, people are asking me, what's happening with the Leasehold Reform Act? Nothing. Nothing's happening. It's just been forgotten about, it seems like. It might drag on for years. What also is common at the moment is that flats are getting smaller. So, yeah, I've seen that in Dorking. So I have 4 flats in Dorking. They're all old properties. I've got one that is old, that is quite small. But when I viewed properties in Dorking, I saw a new build property 2 years ago, a new build flat 2 years ago, and I genuinely don't think that you could fit a double bed in the bedroom. Like, I couldn't see how it was possible. I felt that if you put a double bed in there, you wouldn't be able to put a wardrobe in there, you wouldn't be able to put a dresser in there, nothing. It was crazy how small it was, and it didn't sell. Like, it was on there, it might even be on there now still. It was on there for a long, long time. It looked beautiful in the pictures, but when you went there and saw just how small it was crazy. And that's what they're doing with new build properties. They're building them smaller and smaller and smaller, so they're less attractive to people. And the other thing is that, look, people are just waiting in this market at the moment. So there's less buyers available for these sellers. And so they don't have so many options. They've not got people bidding up their properties, especially London. London hit peaks in house prices. A lot of foreign people are leaving, foreign investors are leaving the country, and that's meaning there's less people to buy these properties. You've got landlords that have quit as well, so they're often owning flats as well. So not great for London flats. It's quite surprising though that 25% are selling at a loss. I just wouldn't sell. I would just hold it until eventually it goes up. Might take 10 years, 20 years. I don't plan to sell. I would just make some income, turning it into serviced accommodation or some other mechanism. And that makes sense to what I just want to tell you before we go, is do make sure you grab, we're doing the flash sale on the fundamentals of property investing this weekend. This will help you buy properties below market value. Buy from people, maybe in London, maybe other areas of the country that just need to sell. They're not on Rightmove. You can find those people and get some great deals in this market. And then I'll teach you how to add value to the property. That's important. You must add value and build equity, because you don't want to be selling in the future at a loss. So you want to buy something, you can add a bedroom, you can refurb it, something you can do to add value to the property. And then we'll teach you how to cash flow that property. All of that for 20 quid. It's in the description. It's in the first comment. That will really, really help you on your property journey. It's a one-time cost. Everyone else is selling this for thousands. So go and check that out while you're here. Do smash like, do subscribe. Check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.